Hey, guess what? I kept working on the bike. We got another half hour. So I got the exhaust fitting a lot better now. Didn't need a bar either. Used a piece of wood. So the exhaust tip is over here. So basically, I manhandled it, heavenized it, and now it fits. So there's the pipe on the bike. So it's raised up in the air. Now we got a couple inches of air gap here in our front tire. So the exhaust pipe might be going slightly downhill now this way instead of being the other direction, maybe. Or it might be level. It's definitely above the height of the frame. So the exhaust bracket is just laying right in here. Sitting right there like that. Excuse me. So this just goes right in there. I have the two slider bolts in here. There's a slider channel back there. And I can drill 2 bolt holes into that bracket that's already sitting there. And mount it in there. So this thing just fits in there. It was a little loosely fitting in this, but there you go. Look from the bottom, it fits a lot easier. So it just sits right there like that. We have 2 bolts in here and then 2 vertical ones underneath there. It's all hidden so you don't really see it. When I tighten this all down, it'll form fit itself to what it wants to be. There you go. So the way I bent it was I took the piece of wood right here, jammed up under here and got it lifted up a little bit here. Then I got back on here and jammed up under here and really got lifting up with this thing. So you got a big piece of wood and a lever just lifting up on this thing. This is where it was jammed in the end of the pipe right here. So it didn't really do any damage to this pipe. Might be a slight low spot there, maybe. It's hard to find out in a minute. I don't think so. We're not hitting anything here. It got a little closer, but we're not hitting. These are still all tied up in here, so the flexing was all going through here. I didn't want to bend the flanges. I wanted to bend the pipe to haul here. So I got it all bent up now pretty good. We'll let it relax overnight, and I might come back and give another heave in the morning or tomorrow. Not my morning. Anyway, we're using existing parts that are already here. So there you go, piece of wood, works good. And I took the crescent wrench and put it on there and just moved it back and forth, side like that, to get the angle where it's just right. So there's no air gap in there, it sits perfect. So there you go, looks pretty good. So the exhaust tip was over here. So this is a big chunk of aluminum that they sell you. Kind of ugly a little bit, but they make it thick wall because it screws in, but it means it gets a real thick back to it. So it's made to go either this way or this way, but obviously they drill it all 4 ways, so you can go this way or this way too. So this is the direction it should be. So as long as this thing goes in this hole, we're good. So I'm not sure if that flattened a little bit or not. It definitely probably did a little bit. Definitely was a workout on it. But it's trying to go in the hole. So I need a little massaging to get it to go in there. What a shocker. It didn't really fit before either, so now it fits worse. So we got massaging tools. Yeah, it got massaged. Ah! Get your fingers in there. Ah, or your thumb. closer. From one extreme to the other. Trying to get the hole to line up. Man, damn thing's fighting it. There, we got it. Time for a little persuasion over here with a persuasion tool. One of those like that. Good. Had to push it back down slightly, that's good. You always want to overbend it. You want the metal to relax, so you want to overbend it and then bring it back down a little bit. So you take the tension out of it. I had to get that screw hole lined up in the middle of the hole, so we got that in there now. A little burr right there now too. Yeah, a little file hammer. Yeah, doesn't look the best, but oh well. That's what it looks like. So there you go. A little persuasion back and forth and things all line up. Alright. Nothing's hitting anywhere. Yep, got good clearance all around. Tons of clearance underneath. Alright, so that should all be pretty good. Once I get this all mounted up in here, I'll go ahead and relax the two bolts up in here, the nuts, and retorque them again. That way if they want to shift a little bit, they will, and tighten them all down. I think those gaskets are fine that are in there. If they leak, I'll replace them, but I don't think they're going to leak. They look just fine. We got tons of clearance through here. We're not even close to our brake line, and we haven't even tightened it up yet over to here yet like we're going to. So we got tons and tons of room with everything. Clutch cable's way away from anything, so it's not going to get any kind of heat to it. We're not going to burn anything. We'll put a heat shield on here, so your foot will probably be up against this, but it shouldn't really be too bad. And on the bike, it's probably slightly going out to the rear back there, maybe. Very, very slight though. But once again, that clears the fat tire, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. So, yeah, it probably is definitely pulled out a little bit, and I know I've yanked it on pretty good, so at least all the air will blow past the bike and not blow all over the caliper, so it'll stay clean. You got plenty of room, I think, for your foot up in the front, so I'm good with that. I think we're fine. Looks a hell of a lot better than the other exhaust system did. Alright, so I gotta do is drill a couple holes back there and put some bolts in there, get some longer hardware. I'll go find my longer bolts. I got these heavier duty than these pieces of crap. So it'll be almost pretty well harmless mock-up on that. That went together fairly decently. Alright, so there you go. I get motivated, I just work, screw it. She's talking about moving the license plate too, but that's going to require getting something off the fender up here, so I don't know if I want to get into that much work right now, but that'll definitely make it look a lot better than what it is right now, I think. Seat's my next big thing. That's a lot of fabrication. I gotta work on that, so. Alright. We need to get out of here. I think that's going to be it for tonight. At least on this project. I'll be up all night doing other stuff, but. Alright, well there you go. Let me know what you think. And if anybody needs some old foot controls, I got a nice, like new set of controls. And some bitchin' pipes. There you go. We're leaving.